Hello, look at our lovely seedlings, all coming on really well. Thought I'd give you a show around. These are the things that are coming on that have been grown in the conservatory. Now, as I'm sure you've already seen, our peas, the ones in the middle, have been scorched. So these peas are ready to go out very soon in that in this piece of bed at the back. You can just see the pea netting up, so just grow along there and the peas trail up there, and that gets covered in peas. So yeah, a real shame about those. I don't know why the ones in the middle got scorched and the ones on the outside didn't, but yeah, I'll be sowing some more anyway. Actually, I think I've sown some more this morning. But so these are our peas ready to come out. I think this side, this is Douce Provence, this side, and these ones are jumbo peas. Rose like these are a really massive pea. When they come out, they do look a bit like they got a bit hot. That's a shame. I think the conservatory is getting a bit hot now, but anyway, there are some healthy ones there, so I've been acclimatising them for a couple of days and they will go out soon. Let's see what else we've got. These are my little peppers that I've brought out just to give a bit of sunshine. They're only just coming on. I'm terrible at growing peppers and chilies, so I'm really pleased that this many have come up. I really hope I get some peppers this year. Last year, for the first time, I got a fruit and it was about an inch big. I was really excited. So I don't know, there's always something. I don't know if other gardeners experience the same, but there's just one thing I just don't seem to be able to have much success with. And we do eat a lot of peppers as well, so it would be nice to get some. Right, now then we've got tomatoes at the back. Some have come on. Now these are the ones that we did our tomato experiment with, so I'll be doing another video for a catch up for that, so do look out for that. Basically, we chose one variety of tomato and we looked at ways of germinated them in different ways, and this is how they've come on, so I won't go into that here. Giant sunflower, and we got another one here doing really well. And then what have we got? Oh, that's another sunflower that needs potting on, I think, and a bit of support. And these, for the first time, I've grown globe artichokes, so they look good. The globe artichokes are a plant that stay in one place, so we will find a spot for them down the allotment that they can romp away happily. Another artichoke coming up there, and then we've got sunflower and two artichokes that don't seem to have done anything, but I'll give it a little bit of time. They might just be being lazy. And here we have some French beans that are doing really well. We love French beans. I actually prefer French beans to runner beans, so we'll be growing a few of those. And I've got some more French beans here. These are dwarf variety. I might put them in that bed in front of the peas where they're going at home. And I've got some more ready to sow, and I've got some more tomatoes there. Is that it? Oh, cucumbers. These ones are our cucumbers. They're doing really well. They're an indoor variety, meant for the greenhouse, but it's getting so hot, so I'm going to pop those on. I mean, they're in quite big pots at the minute. I don't know if you can see that. You know, they're in decent enough sized pots at the minute, but I'm going to repot them on into big pots like I've done the sunflower there at the back. So that's what I'll be doing with those in a little bit. Actually, I'll do that now and show you. Right, I've just popped a little bit of bone meal into the bottom of this pot. I'm just going to mix it in. bone meal helps roots develop. So I'm just going to mix it in the bottom a little bit, and it's a slow release fertilizer, so the roots will go down and seek out the fertilizer, the bone meal, and that'll help give them a really good start. Right, what I've done is I've potted on the 3 biggest. As you can see, they're starting to sulk a little bit, and they will sulk because they've been moved, but if you give them a good drink before you move them, so about half an hour before you are going to transplant any of your seedlings, give them a good drink, let that soak in, and then once you've repotted them, give them another good drink, and by tomorrow they'll be perked up. This one is just starting to sulk. This was the last one I did. I've got 6. I chose the 3 biggest because we are getting short on compost. Nick he's just gone to the supermarket actually to get our groceries, and I've said to him, if there's any compost there, grab me some compost. We don't go out shopping especially for compost, so only if there's some with his fortnightly grocery shop. We normally go weekly, but we are trying to do fortnightly, and it helps that we've got some harvests from home that we can use now as well. So I'll put those in some sunshine. I won't put them back in the conservatory. I don't want them to be too hot at the moment, but they'll go in tonight, so they can go out of the way, and we can see what else we can pot on. Right, I've prepared some pots, and the first thing I'm going to pot on is this French bean. It's nice and tall, nearly ready to go out into the garden actually, and the way to get them out of the tubs, it's a bit hard to do this one-handed, so I'm just going to see if I can do this one to show you. Fingers either side. You don't want to put it up by the stem. The stem's quite delicate. Give it a tap. There you go, look, you can see the roots. Needs a bigger pot so it can spread its roots out. Pop that in there, and then top up with some compost. I always like to fill my pots right to the very top, because when you water them the compost levels go down. I think now these plants, the bigger ones, I don't know where that music's coming from. I don't know if you can hear it. Not used to there being any noise now. Anyway, as I was saying, these plants have been hardening off for just over a week now, I think, and it feels like it's about 100 degrees. So with the French beans, I'm not going to take them inside the conservatory tonight. We have one of the little plastic greenhouses, so I'm going to put them in there for tonight, high up. Our last frost date has well gone, but I'm going to put them up anyway, and see how they do overnight. So that's the first one, and I've got some more in here. These little trays, they came from the window propagator, which came from Wilkinson's. So these are getting really tall, a little bit leggy. So I shall take the tallest ones from these and plant those on. It's not going to be long before I plant them out into the garden or down the allotment. But there we go, let's get those planted up. That is the French beans potted on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 looking good, 1 beginning a sulk. Come on, perk up. Now, looking at the cucumbers I've potted on, we've got one who's having a proper hissy fit. I might have done it a bit deep there, but I'm sure it'll perk up. You've got until tomorrow. Right, my table's getting a bit overcrowded now. Doesn't it look lovely? All this lovely food we're going to get. Right, now I'm going to pot on this sunflower. I've put some of the bone meal mix in there. There's a wet spot because this has been sitting in there having a water. I'm just going to get some more compost in this tray, and this is the support, this little pea stick that I'm going to use for the sunflower. So I'll just get some more compost. Right, that's that potted on and supported with the pea stick. I've just tied it very loosely, you see, very loosely, and then I've done the same with that one and that one. And now the next thing we are going to do is having a look around these two artichokes in this little pot. These could do with potting on. So I've not grown artichokes before. I've just got these size pots. To be honest, I've got about a fifth of a bag of the big bag of compost, multi-purpose, left. Nikki's back from the supermarket. There wasn't any compost there. So we've got to be economical with it now. So I'm just going to pop those on. Right, that's our two artichokes done. Let's label those up. What I've done is I took the label from one of the pots where one hadn't sprung up. I emptied the compost onto there and I couldn't see the seed at all. So I don't know if it just rotted or what happened. Anyway, now I'm going to do, that's all the potting on I think I'm going to do today. And I'm just going to do two quick plantings, I think. You know what it's like, you always find one more thing to do. First one, I'm going to plant some more French beans. We are planting Boston variety. These are a good heavy cropper, so you get lots of French beans from these, and we do eat a lot of French beans, so I know we've got a lot of French bean plants. But we are aiming, actually I'm going to give that a bit of a water first. Just give that a little water. There we go. Actually, I'm just going to put something in these pots in a minute, so I'm just going to, it's so hot out here today. The compost is going like dust. Right. So, where was I? Growing a lot of French beans. We are gradually becoming special dipper again. More self-sufficient in things. It's impossible to become self-sufficient in everything all at the same time. Not doing very well with this one-handed, am I? So if we can become self-sufficient in peas and French beans, so we don't eat many runner beans, that would be good. I've not grown enough onions. I've seen what other gardeners are growing, and they're growing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of onions. So we've not grown enough. I can't think what we've got in onions now. It's over 100, but not quite 200. But I suppose we can substitute in leeks and spring onions, depending on what we're making. I was thinking about doing some recipe videos with the stuff we've got. What do you think? I know we've done our rhubarb gin, which is delicious, by the way. Right, that's the French beans done. Do you know, I'm so glad I do these videos because I always forget what I've sown when I've sown. Actually, I've just mostly potted on today, haven't I? So I mark sowing date, planting out date, as in when it goes in the ground, if it's going into the ground, and harvest date. So all of these that I've done today, I won't need to mark the date for. Right, now I've got a seed that's arrived in the post today. I'll just go and get that. I'm going to put those in this pot here. Quite a big seed, can you tell? Let me go and get them. Right, here we are. Now, these arrived. Put you in the shade. Chestnut pumpkins they are. Now, don't be worried if you get something that says made in China, or from China. I mean, I ordered these from Amazon and they came in about 2 days, so there's no way they have come from China. Most of the stuff has come from China in the UK. Our phones, a lot of the electronic gadgets we have. I see people being a bit silly with stuff that's come from China. The reality is right now you're more likely to catch the virus from your neighbour or the supermarket than you are from China. People saying they're not going to Chinese restaurants anymore. Poured too many out there. There's loads in there. So anyway, these are a small red chestnut pumpkin. We've grown an awful lot of squashes before, and I'm just trying to remember if I've grown chestnut squash before. Quite big seeds. I'm just going to put one in each pot. Now if these all grow, try and choose the fat seeds if you can. There's one there that's a little bit skinny, so I won't plant that one. So pop them in. I've already watered the compost. That'll give them a good start. There we go. We do like lots of different squashes. So we shall see what these ones taste like. I've got butternut squash and our Halloween pumpkin growing, and I thought that was going to be it for this year, but I needed some more seeds. Okay, I'm running out of labels, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all of these squashes in this tray and then just put one label in so I know that's them. There's a bit of space there, so I'll pop those artichokes in there. I'm glad we've got 2 allotment plots and a back garden to plant all these out. Right, that's those done. Now I did just have a look inside to see what else I've got. The other day I said I wanted to grow some more leeks, and do you know what? I don't have any leek seeds, so I need to sort that out. But 3 things I found that I do want to sow. Lettuce, that one can go in there. Some purple basil, that can go in there. And I've got some purple amethyst dwarf beans, French beans. So they can go in there. Excuse me. Trying to do everything one-handed. so much easier when Rose is my assistant. Okay, let's have a look at these. There they are. This is a little bird bath that Rose made. That compost is wet, dry, 1 second. A little water. Okay. Muddy fingers. Give them lots of space. Right, let's pop those in. I think we're going to need an extra freezer after all this. French beans do freeze well. It's going to need a bit of compost on top too, I think. Running out of everything. Certainly going to have some creative gardening in the upcoming months, I think. There we go. I'll just leave those there because they need a bit more compost, and I'll go and do that now. Now actually, while I stopped the video, I just quickly planted the lettuce in there. We're growing Catalonia. We're going to need a replacement lettuce if Rose keeps eating the all year round as she does. We're kind of using it as a cut and come again, so it should be alright. But we'll grow some. We've only got one of these little half size trays of it, so we might just pop some more in. It's the first year that Rose has eaten lettuce, so I'm very pleased. She's very willing to try stuff, but she's never liked it in the past, so I'm glad she's changed. I'm glad she's someone that will try things again and again. If I say to her, you know, give it another try, she will. She's a good girl. Right, the other thing I planted the amethyst French beans. I planted the purple basil. I did that, so I got all those done, and what a busy day we've had. And I was going to show you around the rest of the garden to show you what other food we've got going on around here, but I think this video might be long enough, and I think it's time to put some of these in the greenhouse. Time's getting on, I think it must be nearly 4 o'clock. So put some of these in the plastic greenhouse outside, and then stick the kettle on, I think. And here we go. There's the French beans at the back, and the basil in the back there. The French beans I've planted today, they sprout okay outside. More French beans, the kale, peas. And then down here we've got sunflowers, and then our flowers are down here. The freesia rose planted me the other day, it's coming up. Excited about those. And I'm going to leave the sunflowers out here too. Ignore the state of our patio, it needs sorting out. Oh, and look, there's Rosie's fairy garden. Now I'm going to leave you there. Hope you're all safe and well. Thank you very much for watching. Please do give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. There's a little bell by the side, and if you press that, the notification bell, that will let you know when we've done more videos. Okay, that's all from us today. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.